Live late at night. It's early morning for me. I'm Superior Shelby. I'm a 71% successful grant writer, and I wanted to talk about grants late night with you all, especially if you are a person that gets off late at night, okay? So I was like, we got to do something. And I just so happen to wake up super early here in Africa. Right now it is 5 a.m. my time. It might be like 11 p.m. Eastern time, your time, or if you're on Pacific time, it might still be early in the night for you, okay? So let's go over like some grant opportunities, what a grant is, and I'm hoping that you are joining me consistently through this live. That way you can ask me any questions. This is a live grant session, and you're going to have the ability to ask me any questions, okay? So welcome on in, friends. This is my first time doing like a very late live for the Eastern time, but this is also, you know, not my first rodeo talking about grants, right? So if this is not your first time seeing me, definitely don't be scared in the comments. Say, hey, what's up? We're going to talk about some amazing grant opportunities, and I do not want you to miss out on these opportunities. Now, I've been talking about grants for years here on YouTube, but every time I talk about them, I believe that we're knowing about them, but we're not executing. So towards the end of this live, I'm going to give you my contact on how you can reach out to me and how you can get started with my subscription service. Okay, I finally have a subscription for all of y'all. We'll get to that. So everybody in the comments, welcome in. It's like I'm just getting off work, so this is just perfect. I knew it. See, I was like, let's do a live for those of you all who get off late at night, so that way you don't miss this good information. Now, there's over one, just general, all right, for any business, any nonprofit, any startup, no matter what ethnic group, gender, race, or part of the country you are, there is over 200 grants that is available. Okay, and when I say that, I mean like 200 general grants that you can apply to just by being a startup, just by being a black owned company, just by being a woman owned company, just by being a nonprofit. So, grants. You guys know grants is debt free money. We don't have to pay back, no credit checks, no personal information needed. So, it works totally different from like a credit application. Also, you don't have to worry about if these grants are talking to each other, you know, because I know sometimes we can get a little bit when we're in our grant writing journey, we can get discouraged and we can say, well, hold on, I don't want to apply too many grants because I don't want to seem greedy, and or I don't want to apply to too many grants because, I don't know how it affects my personal credit. Well, I'm here to reassure you, friend, that there are no credit checks, right? So you can apply to as many grant opportunities as you want. If you if you want to, you can apply to like 100 grants in one day and get approved for all 100 that you applied to. If there's no penalties or fees against you, okay? It's just taxable income. So I want to talk a little bit about a few of these grants that I saw. Don't want you to miss out on them. And then, I'll open the floor for some questions. Okay? That's cool? Cool. Now, some of these grants I've already talked about once before, but I'm bringing it back to you guys because most likely this class of individuals, okay, this class of entrepreneurs, you guys are late nighters. So let's talk about some grants now. All right, so FedEx, okay? FedEx is a program that I've been talking about for years on YouTube. If one of the years, I think I got somebody approved for this grant. So FedEx is doing like it's called a boost camp program, and it's a 12-week virtual digital coaching program for entrepreneurs, no matter what type of business you want to get into. Now they've partnered up with Gen, which is the Global Entrepreneur Network. You guys should know about Gen. And honestly, y'all, take in take note of some of these companies that are giving away the grants because they give out grants on an annual basis or a monthly basis, and you don't want to miss out on any of their opportunities. And a lot of these programs are nonprofit organizations that help entrepreneurs and small business owners gain the resources and tools we need, the education we need, the personnel we need, the equipment and stuff, right? So Jen is one of those places. Now, you can access this grant through Hello Alice. So if you guys know about Hello Alice, you've seen this $10,000 grant opportunity. Now, apply to one of the 150 spots. So they're giving out 150 $10,000 grant opportunities, okay? And you also get a 12-week digital growth accelerator. You also get expert-led sessions, education, mentorship, peer-to-peer support network, and so much more. So much more can also include marketing opportunities. For those of you who need money for marketing, okay, this is a way that you'll be able to get your $10,000, gain more education on different business models, get yourself in the room and network with other individuals who is possibly in your industry or who might be your customers, depending on the type of business model you have. If you're doing business to business or business to customer, you need to get in these networking groups, right? And then fourth, getting in the networking group allows you to have access, keys to different doors that you didn't have before, right? So for those of you who need more money, say for example, you have a trucking business and you want to get more trucks out on the road. Well, that costs more money. So you might want to get an investor, right? You might want to find someone who invests in different trucking companies but is not in the business of trying to run it. There's people out here, all right? You just have to get creative with your funding journey. We'll talk about that soon. All right, so visit helloalice.com and you can apply today. Now, the application deadline date is December 13th. December 13th by 6 p.m. Eastern time. So you want to apply to this one by December 13th. Okay? Cool? Cool. All right. I'll show it to you. You know, I like to show you what it looks like so you know you're in the right spot. All right. So helloalice.com, FedEx Entrepreneur Fund, and Boost Camp Program. All right. That's what you get. Okay. Now, let's move forward because we have more grant opportunities. Okay. Another one that I don't want you guys to sleep on is the Honeycomb credit grant. I talked about this one a lot. I even did a short video on this one. Honeycomb credit is a place where you can get investors, credit opportunities like loans, lines of credit, credit cards for your business, and also grants. They're giving out a $5,000 grant to multiple small business owners, and they're randomly selecting. So keep in mind that there's 4 different ways you can get approved of a grant, right? So for those of you who are wondering, I've been applying to grants. I've started my grant writing journey. I have not started writing grants yet, but I would like to know how to get approved to grants. There's 4 ways you can get approved to a grant. One is through a random raffle or drawing, so they randomly select you. Secondly is through a judgment. So this is when they're reading the answers that you put on the applications and they're choosing the best candidates. Thirdly is like through a first come, first serve opportunity. We saw that with COVID relief funds for small businesses, you know, like PPP, SBA loans. And then fourth would be like one of those pitch competitions, right? So that's when you have to, you know, pitch in front of a panel of judges of your product or service and the impact that it drives and all the good details of your business, right, or your idea. So those are the 4 ways you can get approved of a grant. But how you actually see a lot of approvals when you are consistently applying is by consistently applying. Get this, with this ratio, if you apply to 1 grant a day in 1 month, 1 grant a day, that means 1 qualifying grant a day. I mean, you have read the terms and conditions, you've dissected this grant, and you know for a fact you are the perfect candidate for the opportunity. You know how to answer the questions. You are properly prepared for these grants, which means you have your business plan, your pitch deck, and things like that. Then you need to, if you apply to 1 grant a day, you will get approved to at least 2. At least 2. Right? That's just the general ratio. And I'm not the only grant writer that says this. There's tons of viral grant writers that say that exact same thing. If you apply to 30 grants, consistently qualifying grants for your idea or your business, right? And then let me also school you too, right? If you have multiple business ideas or multiple businesses and you are applying to grants for different business ideas, then that's not a part of your consistency. What I mean by consistency is by applying to one grant a day for one business idea every day. So if you are a person that is into real estate, childcare facility, and also you are trying to open up a laundromat, well, honey, you need to be applying to one grant a day to all three of them. And then also, if you think about it, you're giving yourself 3 times more the opportunity and the chances of winning these high ticket grant opportunities. You're giving yourself 3 times more the chance, which means out of the 3 businesses, if you apply to 30, 30, 30, so that means you're applying to 90 grants a month. 90 grants a month. Your ratio is going to be good. At least 5. At least 5 you can get approved of. These could be $5,000, $10,000 grants, $500,000 grants. So you're giving yourself 3 times the opportunity in 1 month to get approved to one grant. And one grant opportunity can be enough funding for all 3 business ideas. Okay? So keep that in mind. When I say be consistent with applying, it's not that, I have different business ideas, I'm going to apply to a total of 30 grants for all 4 or 5 of my business ideas. No, it needs to be 30 grants like every month for each business idea. And this is why people hire grant writers, because obviously when you're in your startup phases and you're developing, you do not have the time to apply to grants. Or you might be a militant, vigilant person like myself, and you know you're really good with calendars and you're organized. So you know how to do what's called time management, right? Whereas you are really good with managing your time. So you can set 2 hours a day on applying to, grants for your business ideas, right? So if you're a militant person like that, then hey, do your thing. At the end of the day, just give yourself at least 2 hours a day and apply to grants. That is what I would advise. But if you're a person that is not good with business administration, business paperwork, you're not really good with creative writing, or English writing, and what I mean by that is, you're not really confident on what to say on a lot of these answers with these grant opportunities, then that's okay. That's okay. You can hire a grant writer. Okay. Some of you all are using ChatGPT. There are some grants out here that do not want you to use ChatGPT, like AI bots. So be mindful of that. I go on this channel a lot about how you can read the terms and conditions of each grant opportunity. Make sure that you are reading thoroughly what this business grant is requiring and what is expecting of you. Because if you use ChatGPT, they can definitely tell it, because just like they created ChatGPT, they turned around and created a robot that can, analyze, or that can see or read if you've used ChatGPT on your applications. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. That does not mean you cannot use AI. That does not mean you're cheating, right? It just means that you need to be mindful of which grant opportunities accept that type of creative writing, right? Accept that type of help. But for the most part, not always running to ChatGPT is your best bet when answering these questions with grants, because ChatGPT is going to give you a generalized question and answer, and honestly some information that you could have just simply copied and pasted out of your business plan. Having a business plan, a pitch deck, and a 90-second pitch video are 3 key credentials on helping you get approved to these grant opportunities. Okay? So, Honeycomb credit. Let's go over this really quick, and I'll finish up what I was saying. Honeycomb credit is a $5,000 a $5,000 grant opportunity. It's called the Honeycomb Credits $5,000 Change It Up Fall Grant. Now, this grant is available until December 31st. It's $5,000 for any business owner, no matter what race, gender, ethnic group, or sexuality you are. No matter where you are in the United States, As long as you are a US-based company, you qualify for this $5,000 grant opportunity, no matter what business industry you're in. The application is less than 2 minutes. All right, so let me show it to you. All right, so you can visit honeycombcredit.com. And I've talked about this one once before. All right, so here it is, honeycombcredit.com. All right, let me show you the application. That's it. First name, last name, company name, email, business website, phone number, industry. Do you have a Facebook or Instagram? You need to have that. Your city. What's your business model? Business B2B or B2C? Please describe in detail how you intend to use $5,000 if you were awarded. How did you hear about this grant opportunity? All right, you can put my name here if you want to, or just the internet. Does your business have additional funding needs beyond that? You select that, and then you'll hit submit, okay? So the Honeycomb credit grant is one that I've been talking about, but it ends, like I said, December 31st. So apply to that one, all right? Super easy. Takes you less than 2 minutes, all right? You guys remember at the beginning of the year when I was doing like the one-offs and I would just like, apply to the grant for you live on YouTube? I think Honeycomb credit might be one of those grants that I might bring back just as like a quick little, awareness route. So beginning of the year, I would apply to a grant for you live on YouTube. This is a really great grant for me to offer. So that way you guys don't miss out on the $5,000 grant opportunity. So I might go ahead and do this, in December. So that way everybody will just, you won't forget. If you've already applied and submitted the application, it's one and done. You don't want to submit the duplicate applications or you will automatically be canceled, all right, declined. So one application for the Honeycomb credit, that's it, $5,000 grant opportunity, okay? All right, so, and that goes for all grant opportunities. You don't want to submit duplicate applications. And also, if you are a business owner that owns multiple business ideas or multiple LLCs, you don't want to apply to the same grants for the same exact businesses, right? Because they can tell. Each grant application is going to ask for the business owner's first and last name and email address. So if you submit for your real estate company, and then you submit for your hair salon, and then you submit for your new tech innovation, and then you submit for your child care facility, well, that's 4 applications you just submitted. And they can tell that you were the one that submitted it because they literally asked you, what is the owner's first and last name and email address? So be mindful, right? Do not apply to the same exact grant. And they tell you on the grant applications, do not submit duplicate applications. What that means is one business owner, one application, okay? One business owner, one application. All right, friend? Okay, so that means if you got multiple business ideas, you're going to have to be put to work, all right? But you're giving yourself multiple chances. Now, for those of you who have never, ever, ever, ever started an LLC, you're still in your idea phases, the next grant is for you, okay? All right. Just to reset the room, it's 5:30 a.m. here in Africa. I'm in Nigeria and I moved here. I came here off of a grant opportunity. So just a quick sideline before we go into this grant. Grants can really, 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 really change your life. You have to be consistent in applying. I started applying to grants 8 years ago, and I've helped over 800 small business owners, organizations, all kinds of people, tech ideas, right? We talk about multi-millions of dollars. It is possible. It is so possible. I am here in Africa. It's not that I never would have thought I would be here, but I didn't think that I would be here off of a grant opportunity. See, I knew I was going to be here. It was part of my DNA to come here to the motherland. But to be here off of a grant opportunity, it's really dope because it allows me to not only show you guys on YouTube that it's possible, but it's also allowing me to be out here and expand my business globally. So many individuals here in Africa don't understand what a grant is, don't understand different business models, and don't even, and also can appreciate a lot of this education that I'm giving. So, off of a grant opportunity, I've been able to have enough money to, leave the country, leave the U.S. Well, I already been left the U.S., but leave the U.S. after Hurricane Milton, because you guys know I was there helping out with hurricane, relief. Come out here and expand my business so it can go globally. Help with other projects that are here, real estate projects, industrial projects, building hospitals, all kinds of stuff, right? Doing a lot with children, women development, things that I truly care about. God has me here. And I'm here off of being consistent with showing you guys that it's possible. I did not buy a G-Wagon. I did not buy a Birkin bag. I did not go buy a very expensive home in the U.S. because housing prices are crazy for me. I did not go on a trip to Tulum. I did not do a whole bottle war in a club. And I did not rent a yacht. I used my grant for exactly what I said I would use it for, to expand my business and to educate more individuals in different countries, to create more awareness of different funding opportunities, and to bridge the gap between U.S.-based businesses and African-based businesses. Yeah. So be mindful who you're working with, right? I know it looks really nice when we're working with people who drive like really nice stuff and things like that, but everybody has their own way of expressing their quality of life. This is mine. And being here in Africa off of a grant opportunity, I'm literally showing you, friend, that it is possible. All right? So be consistent. All right? Have faith. Don't lose the faith. Now, Zen Business. ZenBusiness.com. Zen Business is, if you don't have an LLC, okay? If you do not have an LLC, or if you do have an LLC and you have not made any dollar, like you haven't made any profits in your business yet, you're a startup, Zen Business it's called the Zen Business Grant Program. It's a $5,000 grant opportunity. And what it does is it gives you education, marketing tools. It gives you a $5,000 grant. And then it also gives you credit too. All right. So the Zen Business Grant Program is really dope. And what I advise, right, because this is a program that will be on a rolling basis. Rolling grants are, when I say rolling grants are grants that you can apply to every month. So even though the deadline date for 2024 is December 31st, you will still have the ability to apply to this grant in February. Okay. Now, if you have not gotten your LLC, the qualification for this is that you must have used one of the Zen Business or Zen Business products within the last 3 to 6 months in order to qualify for this one. Now, I've talked about this grant throughout the entire year since the beginning of 2024. I've been bringing this grant to you since January. Okay? Since January. I've been talking about this every month. So I'm hoping you use Zen Business to start your LLC and you qualify now for the $5,000 grant program. Okay. If not, then go ahead and get your LLC through them. So that way when February, March come, you can apply and get approved for the $5,000 grant program. Zen Business is their target for their grant program is to help like over hundreds of thousands of small businesses get funding and resources and tools that they need, right? Which will help increase awareness around their business. Zen Business is like LegalZoom. So we can use them for like business contracts, business formations. Formations is getting your LLC, EIN, phone number, the whole setup. You can get like other resources and guides and education and stuff through here. It's literally for business owners and entrepreneurs and startups, okay? All right, so zenbusiness.com, you can visit there. I'm going to show you what it looks like so you know you're there in the right spot. And then I see y'all asking questions, but I'll answer your questions as soon as I'm done, okay? All right, so zenbusiness.com, all right, you can visit there /grants. Here you go. Eligibility To be eligible, you must be a current customer, at least 18 years or older, and have used in business formation services within the last 3 to 6 months. All right, you have to be a US based business. And yeah, all right, they have all of this good stuff. So, went over that grant a lot of times here on YouTube. I hope you guys took advantage of the business formation so that way you are in the right on the right track to get approved to this grant or to apply to it, okay? All right, so um, is it in business only for LLCs or can nonprofits apply? This is only for LLCs. When you see business grant, you know what I mean? Because nonprofits is not a business. It's an organization. It's an organization, friend. Nonprofit, now a nonprofit business, nonprofit organization. So when you're going for nonprofit organization grants, I got one for you though. I'll bring one up for you because there's some really good ones out here for nonprofits. Hello, where can I send you a 7M grant info link, Shelby? Any email or Instagram? I don't know what 7M is. But like, what do you want to do? Ask me the question here. Like, what do you want to do? Because I have like, there's a certain way that you get to hire me to apply to grants so that way I can stay mentally sane. I can't spread myself out amongst thousands of people, all right? I currently have a plethora, okay, of amazing clients. So just go ahead and ask me your question here like thoroughly so that way I can comprehend. I don't know what a 7M grant info link is. All right, so let's move forward. So Ben and Jerry, I'm just going to bring this one to you. This is a nonprofit grant. Ben and Jerry does give out nonprofit grants at the end of the year. They always do this. But it's Ben and Jerry's Foundation. Let's see. Let me read through it really quick. Grassroots organization, national grant program. We believe in the most impact. Our intent is to achieve a better future for all by providing support to community-based grassroots organizations confronting social and environmental injustice. We are inspired by civil rights icon John Lewis. His book, Speak Up and Speak Out, Get in the Way, Get in Good Trouble, Necessary Trouble. The National Grassroots Organization Program, NGO, offers 2-year unrestricted general operating support grants of up to $30,000 per year, with an average grant size of $20,000 per year to small that are budgets under $350K, constituent-led grassroots organizations throughout the U.S. Applications for 2025 are now open. All right, so this is a national grant program. It's all right. This is called the National Grassroots Organization Program. It's also funded through the Ben and Jerry's Foundation. So they are helping with human rights and economic rights, right? So any type of social and environmental injustice, this will be a grant for you. So social would be like social injustice, right? Minority, Black, BIPOC, any individual that feels discriminated against and has not been able to get enough opportunities to scale. It's pretty much that. If you are a nonprofit that is assisting, let's say, young Latino children in making their English better, right? You're educating them better on their English so that way, they'll be good out here in these U.S. streets, okay? That's one way that you're helping out with social and environmental injustice. Environmental injustice, right? Gentrification, right? Gentrification. So what is your budget on helping out with making sure that there's not going to be a lot of gentrification to where you will be able to offer guaranteed, low-income housing opportunities for low-income families, right? So that is what these type of nonprofit grants are looking for. I mean, it could be anything under the social and environmental injustice part. So yeah, and it's a 2-year grant, right? So it's a 2-year grant. So you get $30,000 per year. So that's 60,000 total, or $20,000 per year towards what you're doing. Really dope. So I'm going to show it to you. You can visit benandjerrysfoundation.org/national grants. All right. Not Ben and Jerry's the ice cream, Ben and Jerry's Foundation. I should have specified that before we got into it. All right, there you go. benandjerrysfoundation.org. All right, this is it. The National Grassroots Organization Program. If you want to Google it really quick, you could Google NGO program, grant program, 20K. All right. All right, you can read through their funding considerations. All right. Organizations that are led by people directly impacted by issues the organization works on, and those people have clear decision-making power, a plan to clear goals, or with clear goals to gain rights, win collective political power, and create positive community change, an assessment of the problem being addressed, and best tactics to employ, outreach, networking, and ally gaining activities that build support and momentum, educational activities and events that inform and motivate and build support. So this would be really good for community outreach programs, leadership development constituents or consultants, nonviolent directional action. So NVDA, nonviolent direct action, is those nonprofit organizations that help families that have been affected by gun violence, families that have been affected by domestic violence, you know. So the key to this, an organization led by the people directly impacted by the issues that the organization works on. So you got to show how you yourself has actually went through this particular situation. You also have to explain your plan, which are clear goals of how you plan to gain rights, win collective and political powers, and not even just political powers, because I don't want to, they say political power, but how you're going to gain community awareness around what you've went through and how you were able to persevere. And then an assessment of the problem being addressed and its best tactics to employ. How did you persevere through your situation? How did you get through physical abuse? How did you get through mental abuse? How did you get through manipulation? How did you get through, you losing your job through COVID? And now you are a really great business owner. How did you get through that? You know what I mean? And what are the best tactics to employ? Give us the step-by-step strategy that you executed that you were able to, that helped you get through. Outreach, networking, and ally gaining activities. With this grant opportunity, do you plan to actually do some sort of community barbecue? Some sort of community outreach get together? $30,000 a year. $30,000 is enough to bring everybody to a free park that everybody knows about in the neighborhood. And $30,000 is enough to buy meat from the local meat store in your community to support your community. Yeah, right. Buying meat from the meat store, buying everything from your local mom and pop store, not going to Publix or Walmart. And then having everybody pull up to the grill, to the barbecue. Are you going to do that? And educational activities and events that inform and motivate and build support. Can you do that all in one? Right? So this is one of those grant opportunities. You get 2 years worth of money from off of this grant opportunity. This is wild. So go ahead and visit benandjerrysfoundation.org. So we went over 4 really great grants. This last one was for nonprofit organizations only. We went over the FedEx $10,000 grant, Honeycomb $5,000 grant, Zen Business $5,000 grant. All right, so that's $20,000. And right here, this is a nonprofit grant. You can get up to $30,000 for 2 years, so that's $60,000. Okay, so almost $100,000 we went over today. Okay. Now I want to open up the floor for any questions. I know y'all got questions. So, while you are typing your question, I want you to type your question right now, friend. Okay. While you are typing your question, knowing what a grant is, how to search and apply to grants, how to hire me. I've been writing grants for a very long time. A lot of y'all who are currently watching me, you know I've been doing this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. This year alone, I've been able to get at least 20 clients approved to one grant opportunity for $5,000 or more. All right. Because a lot of my clients, they don't want to be broadcast. A lot of them are faceless companies. They don't want to be broadcast. I can only put the screenshot sometimes of the email. You'll see that on my website, superchargemybusiness.com. Now, I've been writing grants for a while. I will be the one that can take the hard work and the guesswork out of searching and applying to the grants for you. Earlier at the beginning of this live stream, I explained to you how very important it is to be consistent with applying to grants. If you apply to one grant a day, that's 30 grants in a month, you get approved to, right, at least 2 of them, okay? So with that being said, if you have multiple business ideas, you need to be applying to 30 grants a month for each business idea, giving yourself 3 times the chance at winning, all right? Now, I'm a grant writer. I'm a 71% successful grant writer. What that means is, out of, let's say, if you hire me to consistently apply to grants for you for the entire year, out of all of the grants that I've applied to for you, 71% of them will most likely get approved. That's how it is. What that also means is 71% of my clients, out of over 800 of them, have gotten approved to at least one. All right? These numbers come from my almost 9 years, all right? 8 years, almost 9 years of doing this, okay? And I'm always militant on my numbers, and it's consistent with the same number, 71, 71, 78. It started at 60, now we at 71%, and I'm really looking to increase that. You know, you guys, I want to get to 80%, okay? But in order for me to get to 80%, I need your help. And I need you to hire me and my team so we can apply and get you some grant money. We need to win some grants for you, okay? But I also want to make sure that you comprehend how to go about these grant opportunities. Because some of us are just using ChatGPT. We just copy and pasting out of our business plan, but you're not really being strategic on answering the question, right? You're not, because it is more than just copying and pasting, okay? So if you want to hire me to search and apply to grants for you, you can do a one-off. A one-off means you can hire me one time to apply to 5 grants for you. Right now, I'm having a 15% off sale where I will apply to just 5 grants for you for $350. Now, that's a one-off service. Now, if you want to sign up and commit to my subscription, which means I will consistently apply to grants for you every month, there's 3 tiers to this thing. Tier 1, you get to have me apply to 5 grants for you every month for $150. You must commit at least 2 months with tier 1. All right? You can't sign up for 1 month and only pay $150. That's definitely not fair. All right? That's the purpose of the one and done. So you do at least 2 months with tier 1. All right? You have to commit. What you get with that is it comes with 2 consultations, right? So you make the payment, send you the email, fill out the form. We go over the 5 grants I'm going to apply to for you, and then we take it from there. Secondly, we have tier 2. That's when I apply to 15 grants for you at $26 per grant. $26 per grant application. And the 15 grants comes with 2 of the consultations, a Facebook community group, right? And we're, in constant communication because it's 15 grants. But also, I'll share with you some walkthrough videos and, some other grant opportunities that you can apply to, because I'm only applying to the 15. You know what I mean? So you still need to commit to the other 15 that I talk about. You need to apply to 30 grants. And then you have tier 3. Tier 3 is when I apply to 30 grants for you. That's 1 grant a day. That's me being militant on the task that I'm telling you should be doing, okay? I'm applying to 30 grants for you in a month. Out of these 30 grants, keep in mind, you can get approved to at least 2. And I'm applying to 30 grants. At 30 grants a month, each grant is $19 per grant, all right? This is a monthly subscription. This is tier 3. What comes with tier 3? I'm applying to each grant, 30 grants for $19 per grant. You get 2 consultations. You get actually more than 2 consultations, but at least 2 Zoom consultations, the Facebook community group, walkthrough videos, and then also a separate personalized WhatsApp chat. Because I'm traveling and I'm expanding my business globally, WhatsApp is the app that I am always, I talk to my mama in this app, okay? So WhatsApp is going to be that app or that, where you can text me and we can be in constant communication. When I'm applying to 30 grants for you every month, we have to be on a consistent communication basis because you will receive a lot of correspondence to your email. You're going to get people and grantors that want to give you the money and they want to have a meeting with you or they want to know more about what your project or idea is, okay? If you Some of you have the time, you might have submitted the application, but life is really going fast for you. And so you might forget to check your email and you miss out on the opportunity. I have a number, okay? So many people just this year alone that have actually said, I missed out on, a credit. I missed out on a grant opportunity. I missed out on all these opportunities because I didn't check my email, because I didn't have the time, because I forgot that I even applied to it, okay? So that's the purpose of hiring a grant writer. You have 3 tiers. You can do my subscription services, or you can do a one-off where you just, I'll apply to 5 grants for you for $350, okay? Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Now, if you want more information, you want to learn more about, my different services and stuff, you can always text me, or I'll put my information here, or you can visit superchargemybusiness.com, okay? Now, that's where you can get that information. Now, go ahead and drop your question, because I know you got questions. I just had to say that to give y'all time to drop your questions, okay? All right. Let's see. I'm working with schools and families. Wait. Hey, Shelby, great to see you. Hey, Shelby, great to see you, love. Are you still in Nigeria? Yes, I live here now. And shout out to you, Rachel. All right, let's see. Rachel is subscribed. All right, let me see. I'm so glad I'm finally catching up. I know I'm happy you're here. Okay, wait. Hello, where can I see you? And then you were like, hey, Shelby, great to see you. Yeah, I'm in Nigeria. Okay, so I wanted to do an e-commerce business, which is digital advertising and consulting. How do I get a grant for a startup? You just simply apply. Simply apply. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. How do you get one? You visit grantwatch.com, grants.gov. You actually take the time out to find the grant. Before you apply to the grant, make sure you have a business plan, a pitch deck, and a 90-second pitch video. If you don't have those things, then you need to get them. If you are not confident in knowing whether or not, if those tools are good enough for a grant opportunity, then you want to use some, you can use an AI tool called venturekit.ai. Like venture, venturekit.ai. That is one AI you can use. If you're not tech savvy, then it's pretty easy to use still, right? To do your business plan, all right? And then you can use beautiful.ai to do your pitch deck. If you don't know what these things look like, if you're not confident in knowing what they should look like, Google it. It's time for you to do your due diligence. Or just book a one-on-one consultation with me. It's $47, 45 minutes, and it's worth it, all right? Because I'll show you what you need. All right, so there's my website, superchargemybusiness.com. All right, what else do we have? Which is digital advertising consultants. How do I get a grant for a startup? Yep, that's really it. Just have your business plan. All right, have your business plan. Don't scare the grantors off neither. Like, of course, everybody knows you need $1 million, but break it down in phases. Like, be a smart and supportive and resourceful entrepreneur. Don't just say, "Hey, I need $1 million," and you're not going for $1 million grant. Like, make it make sense. You know what I mean? Like, you're going for a $10,000 grant opportunity, but you put on there on the funding request that you need $100,000. No, that's not how that works. I am working with schools and families in minority areas. Awesome, Rachel. That grant seems like it might be for you. I'm interested in finding a startup grant to purchase vehicles to rent out in my local area. I live in New Orleans, Louisiana. Okay. How is that going to be impactful? Well, as we're going into 2025, I believe the sun's coming up. I want to show you guys the sun and how amazing Africa looks. The motherland looks when it wakes up, because the motherland literally wakes up. Give y'all this experience really quick, okay? Because it's 6 a.m. It just hit 6 a.m. So that means this, the motherland is waking up. You'll be able to hear people outside chanting and praying over the land. All right, so okay, going into 2025, President Trump, right, he's taken out funding from what's called DEI programs. DEI is diverse and equity inclusion programs. This is where we get majority of our funds for women grants, minority business grants, stuff like that, right, and different opportunities. So because he's taking money out of that, right, that doesn't mean that there's not going to be grants. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be any type of funding opportunities for women or black businesses or Latino businesses, right? That just means that we need to be very, very militant and strategic on exactly how we're getting this funding. With grants are really, in 2025, they're only going to go for resourceful entrepreneurs who drive impact in their community. So when we say that you want to purchase vehicles to rent them out in your local area, how is that going to help someone who is homeless? How is that going to help that single mom who is trying to get, how is that going to help low income families? Let me just give you a general answer. So I want you to start thinking about that, right? How are you because there is a problem you can solve with the type of business that you have. That's what I want you guys to start thinking on. Start a company that will solve a problem. You yourself has went through problems in your life. You yourself was able to solve them. Unless you have delegated everything in your life to other people, honey, maybe it's time for you to take accountability for your own stuff. But if you are a diligent person, you have went through things in your life. You have solved your own problems by the grace of God. So you need to be solving other people's problems. And the grantors are going to be looking for problem solvers, resourceful problem solvers. Resourceful means you can literally make something out of nothing and solve a problem from making something out of nothing. Can you make something out of nothing? All my sisters in here, I know you can make something. All right, so let's keep moving. You ever heard of a po man meal before? Yellow rice and chicken? That's making something out of nothing. You ever felt like your mom went into the kitchen, your grandma went into, I miss my grandma. I used to go in my grandma's kitchen. I didn't know there's nothing in this house to eat. No, you must cook. My grandma made something out of nothing. I will open the refrigerator. I swear to God, when I opened up that refrigerator, there was nothing in there. Before you know it, after my grandma went in the kitchen, it's a whole Thanksgiving dinner in there. Are you resourceful? Can you make something out of nothing? Okay? All right. How to get a startup grant and how do I hire you? Hey, Teresa. So a startup grant, what they're looking for someone who has an innovative idea, like I said. Are you going to be the pioneer that is going to solve problems, and are you resourceful? So you need to have things like a business plan, a pitch deck, and a 90-second pitch video. Your business plan is not going to be your actual execution strategy. There's two different things out here. I'm going to school you. A business plan will be that professional 5-year comprehensive plan that explains your projections, what you could possibly do, how much money you could possibly make in this industry, right? An execution strategy is what you got right now and how you can make something out of nothing using what you got right now, okay? So execution strategy is what you have in your mind and how you're going to move about the pathway, right? The business development pathway, roadmap. But the business plan is that professional document that you provide to those who want to give you funding or you're inquiring about funding from. and you're proving to them that you have taken the necessary time to research your industry, you're delivering your mission, vision, values, you're providing to them your risk analysis, right? What are the risks of you being in this particular business industry, right? If you are a brand new innovation, tech innovation, brand new startup, you have a brand new idea, then you are someone that most grantors are looking for, because they're looking for new innovations, tech innovations, and they're looking for like pioneers, people who are going to be the first to do something and be different in their industry. So in your business plan, make sure you explain how you are different from other companies. And then your pitch deck. Pitch deck is pretty much that PowerPoint presentation that you need to have that, outlines, and it needs to be cute, have your logo on it, have some pictures on there, right? Some statistics, some numbers on there. It needs to be properly put together. So when you're speaking to, someone else like myself that, you want to, or like a bank or something, you can go through your slideshow and say, this is my business. This is the problem we're solving. This is our mission statement. This is the companies we want to partner with. This is what differentiates our company from our competition, right? This is how much we're requesting in a funding amount. It's like each slide needs to be something different, okay? And it's pretty much the PowerPoint version of your business plan. And then the 90-second pitch video, that's pretty much a commercial for your business idea. You introduce yourself. What is your product or service? What is the problem that you're solving? And why should we care? Why should we shop, okay? So yeah, if you have those three things, you'll be properly prepared for grants. You can visit these websites, grants.gov, grantwatch.com, and helloskip.com. Out of the three that I just gave you, helloskip.com is where you would start to search and apply to grants, all right? It's where you would get acquainted with grants. You will learn more about grant opportunities, all right? So if you want, a deeper one-on-one conversation, you can always book a call with me. Visit my website, Supercharge My Business, and just book a call. You scroll up and tap on book a call. It's $47. It's super worth it, okay? My services are listed there. Testimonials are there. Everything that you need is there, okay? So yeah, there you go. And you do not hire me to get you a grant approval. As a certified grant writer from the U.S., it is illegal for me to say that I can guarantee you a grant. It is also illegal for me to get a percentage out of your reward. So to reassure all of you all who are coming in and out of the live, hey, I'm a 71% successful grant writer, Superior Shelby. I write grants. I've been doing this for over 8 years. I've helped over 800 small business owners, nonprofit organizations, and tech innovations get debt-free money like grants. We're talking millions of dollars, okay? You can visit my website, superchargemybusiness.com. Take a look at some grant wins, some testimonials, things like that. You can book a one-on-one call with me. I am a certified grant writer, okay? So it is illegal for me to say that I can guarantee you a grant. Also, I cannot say or I cannot take any money from your reward, all right? Whatever you are awarded from a grant that I even apply to for you, it's all yours. To be honest with you, friend, I'm even more satisfied when you get the grant because you get to tell everybody else how I was able to help you and how I was able to help educate you about these opportunities, okay? All right, so that's my satisfaction out of this. Cool? Cool. All right, so let's move forward. Is the 855 number the number to text? Yep, you can still text that number. I mean, it's 6 a.m. here, so my agents, they're most likely not going to be up until the next 3 hours, but if you can give them time. And I'm on live, so I won't be able to text you, right? Yes, thank you, okay. It will help tourism. All right, so Gina, it will help tourism. Like how? It will help tourism. So when we're talking about tourism, what are the top problems in tourism? What are the main problems in tourism, in people traveling, right? So if you think that you are solving a problem in tourism, that's not a big enough problem because Uber has already done that. Lyft has already done that. Bolt has already done that. InDrive has already done that. So I want you to start thinking, no, it will help tourism. It will only give them another source of rental car, you're just another rental car company. You're no different from Enterprise, Budget, Avis, or all of the other ones, or even Turo. And most likely you'll buy cars and put them on Turo, right? When you want to know what I was a Turo customer, so let me explain to you my problems. My problems with my problems with Turo is that when you are either a new Turo user, you get charged double the price. And when you get charged double the price, you get charged double the price. It's called the trip fee. And then you also have the regular fee. So say your car might be $40 a day. So my trip cost might come out to $210, right? But I also have a trip fee of $187 on top of my $210, which is making it $300, almost $400 to rent the car only for 7 days. And in addition to that, I also have to give you an extra $200. So which means I have to pay you almost $650 for me to rent this car 7 days when I can go with Enterprise or I can go with National and I don't have to pay $200, right? I don't have to pay $200. And then also, I don't have to worry about a trip fee that I will never get back. So my problem with Turo is that it's so expensive. And it's so unfortunate that on the other end, as the person who is renting out their cars, you guys are not actually getting that money. That money goes to Turo. It's super expensive. So my complaint is that I don't want to use Turo as a low-income person who only uses a car 3 times out of the week to go to work because I primarily work remotely. Listen to me, Gina. I'm your target market. I work remotely. I don't even live in New Orleans. So I'm only here for about 90 days and then I'm back to California. So I don't need a car consistently on my entire trip. I only need a car 2 to 3 times out of the week just to go get groceries or maybe to take myself out. But for the most part, I need to be indoors. And also, I use the car to physically go to the location because I'm only here to train. That's why I'm here for 90 days. I'm a trainer, okay? I'm a manager or something. So, but it's like, it's so unfortunate because, well, I can't go with Enterprise. I can't go with Budget or anything like that because I don't have a credit card. And they only require that you have a credit card or you have a plane ticket. And unfortunately, I came here by travels through a bus or through a train. So with that being said, I can't use the traditional rental car companies. Turo is way out of my budget and even my own company's budget. So at this moment, I'm really having a challenge with finding a different way of transportation besides using Uber and Lyft. And Uber and Lyft, after calculating, it comes out actually much cheaper than going with Turo, or about the same. So I need that person who's going to solve that problem. That should be you, Gina. Okay? So how are you going to solve my problem? Aha! Now, when you come up with that plan, write that down, create a business plan. Now, we're talking about, now you can build from there and say, we're helping tourists. We are helping persons who even live. We're showing commitment to people who are even here in New Orleans because a percentage of people don't have cars. A percentage of people don't believe in getting a car because it's a financial liability. A percentage of people have lost their cars due to losing their jobs from COVID. Put those statistics in there. It's statistically proven right now in 2024 that we are going through an auto loan crisis. The auto loan crisis is that literally 78% of people who are in auto loans right now are not paying them back. Cars are being repossessed at a crazy rate, the highest rate ever. This will allow you and then this will also help that person who have lost their car. Y'all know there's people out here that literally believe that they love their materials. They love their materials, right? They love their car. So when they lost their car because they lost their job from COVID, they're super depressed. Guess what? Now you're helping them out with that depression. Okay? All right, cool. I hope I got you thinking on the right track. Take that and run away with it. All right? That is where, and everybody who was just listening, when you want to generalize and only surfacely think about the problem that you're solving, that I'm not the one. I'm going to make you think deeper, because you you need to come to the table to these grand tours with a plan that's so good they cannot say no. Gina's going to come to them with statistics, right? Articles, her own personal experience, and also, how data on how this is going to save pockets, save money in people's pockets. She's going to come with 4 key points, strong points, so strong that it's like, okay, we ain't even think about that. So to be honest with you, Gina, you might be the one we need to. Gina might be the pioneer of this thing. So yeah, all right, there you go. I want you guys to start thinking like that. Can we create a 90-second pitch video with AI? Yes, it's called synthesize.ai. Synthesize.io. 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 SYTHENSIS. Yes, .io. Okay, synthesize.io. That I'm not promoting that one because I've even started using it, and you got to be pretty advanced, and I haven't even got it yet. But have fun, friend. Have fun, friend. Okay, because that AI, that's the AI that you use. That's the where you can use AI avatars, and it has, like, you have to pay for it, so it's a monthly subscription, and then you can use the AI avatar to do your business pitch video, right? So you can do that. Gina said, thank you. I never knew that. That's exactly it. Yeah, I'm listening. I use it not have a car. I went to office 2 times a week. If there was an affordable way to rent that's affordable without those fees, then you would have my business. Exactly. Perfect. So you see what Daniel said? Gina's like, I love you. Yeah, I love you too, babe. Then I'll call you and I'll write Grant. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, I got you. Yeah, see, look, Daniels, I love us. I love the superior squad, okay? Because look at us sharing ideas. Daniel's like, yes. So, Gina, look into other vehicles that run differently, like electric, and keep your gas expenses low. Yeah, awesome. So, like those. So, if you wanted to be a cost-effective, look at us helping Gina. Gina. All right. If you wanted to be a cost-effective, rental car company, well, a cost-effective rental car company, one way that you can show that is getting a whole bunch of EV vehicles, right? And vehicles that save on gas, like Toyotas, right? And Nissan Sentras, Teslas, right? Because that makes sense. That makes sense. You're trying to be resourceful, right? You are a resourceful, affordable car rental company, all right? All right, perfect. The blue e-bikes are downtown, in downtown are big. Okay, that's dope. Yeah, blue e-bike. Buy some bikes. Make yours green. All right. Perfect. Okay, so any other questions? We've been on here for a little minute. I want to show you guys, like, because you'll be able to hear the birds. So let's go together. But any questions or concerns? Go ahead and drop your questions. Be right back. Last minute questions. Last minute questions. I open my curtains because my grandma, she used to do that. So I do that. So we have a question. I never locked that, so that's weird. Okay. Shelby, EV is the best. Is EV is what my business is. Mentorship and guide for people in low income areas to purchase, charge, and create charge stations in sheds and carports. Awesome. Yes. So Daniel, nope. See, there y'all go. Y'all can link up. That's awesome. Okay. That is awesome. And teaching others too about the awareness of like the importance of EV charging stations is super dope too, because we need them. All right, set y'all up here. And then, why is getting a UEI important? UEI is the acronym for Unique Entity Identification Number. It's an identification number. It serves as like your business driver's license for when you want to get a government contract. You don't use your EIN number. I mean, you do, but that's the EIN number is an employee identification number. You're an employer, all right? So that's why you need an employee identification number, because it's for tax purposes. When you're filing taxes, guess what? Your employee needs your employee identification number so that way they can file their taxes. That's what that is. UEI number is an identification number for your business when you are doing business with the government. So if you're trying to get a business contract, yeah. If you're trying to get a government contract, a government grant, okay? Yes, that's what that's for. Okay, so let me show you guys Africa. So, oh, really quick, visit sam.gov to get it. You need to have it. In order for you to qualify for government grant opportunities, you cannot apply to government grants without having the UEI number. All right, I'm just being honest with you. And that also goes for government contracts as well. All right, you need to have the UEI number. So if you want to do business with the government, that's what that's for. Now I'm saying it out loud. Should my business be a nonprofit or an LLC? An LLC. Depending on how you want to make profits or not? I do need grants, and now I'm able to get more money via gig driving. I can go for a one-on-one session. Okay, that's fine. Visit superchargemybusiness.com, right? But take it one step at a time. I mean, you're doing extra gigs. I mean, you would book a one-on-one consultation with me, but for what? Right? We can have a conversation now for free, live on YouTube, save your gig money, and then when you're able to, and just keep moving forward, do what you can, right? Write your business plan yourself using VentureKit. Like, do what you can. Like, I'm not trying to take y'all money. I want to educate y'all. All right? That's what I'm here for. All right, so here's Africa. This is what I get to see every morning. Okay. I'm out on my balcony. So this right here was a rice farm, and like the other day they was out here yelling. They was like giving each other motivation. It was so beautiful. And you would see the cows, and over there is like, as you can see, they're up early in the morning. All right, those are the farmers. They don't even play, okay? Um, yeah. So that's that. This building right here, I'm thinking about investing, like buying it. Nobody, it's like almost done, but I've been researching to see like what is needed. So me and Dean, we've been talking about it. If you guys watch my other my other YouTube, you'll know who Dean is. Okay, but yes, this is Africa, the motherland. Let me see, it's mountains. Let me show y'all the other side. Yeah. Welcome to Nigeria. Hmm. Yes. Yes. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get my day started. It's about to be 6:30 in the morning. Um, Usually what I do at this time is I pray and stuff. Okay, so um, I'm going to do my morning prayer, get ready because I have to go for a tennis. I have a tennis date this morning. I'm gonna go and play tennis. All right, so tennis date this morning. It's Saturday, so I got some other stuff to do. I will be back on live later today. Um, Later today, which will be, so for me it'll be 3 p.m., but it'll be 9 a.m. It'll be 9 a.m. So I know it's yesterday still for y'all, so it's today for me. Today is Saturday for me. So while y'all are asleep, I'm going to be playing tennis, being out, being adventurous, doing all that good stuff. All right. And then I'll be back, okay? After VentureKit, what was the other one? Beautiful.ai. I talk about it a lot on this channel. What else? Wait, it's 6 a.m. Yeah, it's 6 a.m. 6:30 a.m. So Africa does give us our sun. The sun rises in the east and it sets in the west. It rises in the east and it sets in the west. It rises in the east and it sets in the west. Okay? Rise in the east, sets in the west. Remember that. So we start the day early over on this side of the world. We ahead of the game. All right. And you guys are only, if you Eastern time, you're only like 6 hours behind me. All right. I'm 6 hours ahead of you. If you are Pacific, I think I'm like almost 10 hours ahead of you. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, if there's no further questions, I really do appreciate you guys joining me this morning on this very extensive, long live stream, or nighttime for you. Um, and I hope you guys have an amazing night. Good night. Get some good rest. I will see you guys later on tomorrow for you, but later on today. And we'll pick up where we left off, okay? I want to talk about business credit, business foundations, reassure yourself. Also, the Corporate Transparency Act. That's when you need to file yourself as a beneficiary. If you don't do that, you'll have a $500 fine. So we need to talk more about that and dive deeper into that, okay? So be on your laptops, be on your iPads, be on your TV screen, because I'm not going to do it this way, you know, the length of the vertical. I'm going to do it on my laptop live stream so we can actually um, walk through these websites together, okay? So it'll be, I think, 10 a.m. By 10 a.m. Eastern time, you guys' time, I will be back on live, and we're going to be on the computer. Let's get down to it. The last couple of days of 2024, okay? Peace and blessings. Be good, okay? I'm going to pray for y'all while y'all are asleep, okay?